Good morning and warm welcome to my beloved students. Today we are going to learn the lesson written by P. Sainath. Name of the lesson is Where There Is a Wheel. Easy explanation of the part 1 of the lesson Where There Is a Wheel written by P. Sainath. I am sure that when you hear the name of the title, Where There Is a Will, it immediately reminds you about a proverb that is, where there is a will, there is a way. Definitely, the story of this lesson, Where There Is a Will, reveals that if there is strong determination, everything is possible in our life, no matter what our background is. Even if we are rich or poor, even if we are a male or female, if you have strong determination and willpower, everything is possible. Yes, lesson number 13, written by P. Sainath. Where there is a will. Where there is a wheel. Pre-reading activity. What does the title remind you of? Yes, as I told you earlier, it reminds you of about the proverb, where there is a will, there is a way. List some of the simple things that have changed the lives of people. Definitely, so many things have changed our life and made our life very easy. In one such discoveries of man was the invention of the wheels. It lessened our burden, especially in the field of transportation. The invention of wheel brought out and reduced our burden of carrying heavy things with an easier with very easy manner. So let us go deep into this lesson written by P. Sainath, Where There Is a Wheel. Pudukkottai, Tamil Nadu. Pudukkottai in Tamil Nadu is world famous right now. It is because of this one social movement. What is the social movement? Yes, cycling. So that have made this humble village, that is Pudukkottai, made very world famous. So Pudukkottai in Tamil Nadu. Pudukkottai is one of the districts in Tamil Nadu. Sounds far-fetched, perhaps not all that far. 10,000 of neoliterate means newly educated people, find way sometimes curious, hitting out of the backwardness. Hitting out of the backwardness means coming out from their backwardness, of expressing defiance, of hammering at the fetters that hold them. Here, the women in Pudukkottai, they were backward because they have to depend on men for transportation. Maybe 25 years back, when you think the transportation was not like this. Right now, one fingertip, you press Uber, Ola, everything is available. But 25 years back, that was not the situation. Especially in the rural village in Pudukkottai, people have to wait for hours together for transportation. Hardly one or two buses or public transports are available. So here, women was unable to go to far cities or far to get education. So because of that, they were backward. So here, this movement of cycling, when they learned the art of cycling, that backwardness, they could come out of their backwardness. In this, one of the poorest district in India, Pudukkottai, cycling seems to be chosen medium for rural women. Right now, you can see that even our women are riding metros to the flight, aeroplane. So you may see, oh, it's so silly. What is so great in us learning the art of cycling? But 25 years back, especially a poor village, that was not the situation. During the past 18 months, over 10,000 rural women, newly 10,000 women in Pudukkottai learned the art of cycling. And when you calculate, most of the people, especially women above the age of 11, all of the girls were educated, they know the art of cycling. 70,000 of these women have taken part in public exhibition cum contest to proudly display the new skill, and still training camps and desire to learn continue. 10,000, 70,000 people have already learned the art of cycling, but still now you can see that so many people, so many especially young women, are really interested to learn the art of cycling. In the hearts of rural Pudukkottai, young women sip along the roads on their cycle, who among that, the first person P. Sainath is introducing is Jamila B., who have learned the art of cycling, and she says that I can go anywhere. Now I don't have to wait for bus because now she learned the art of cycling. So she got the freedom of mobility. Please note this word, freedom of mobility. Mobility means you can move without any hindrance. And I have now she's telling that I need to wait for buses for long hours. Fatima, the second woman introduced by P. Sainath, is Fatima. She's a secondary school teacher and she's addicted in cycling. And every day she used to hire a bicycle because she couldn't buy one. The cost of the cycle was 1,200. For you, right now, 1,200 is not a big amount. Your one dress cost even so much. But that was not the situation of this poor people. And even she is an educated woman and she is earning her livelihood, but still she couldn't afford to buy a cycle by her own. So you can understand the situation. She said, I used to hire cycle because it's a symbol of freedom for me. I need to depend on anyone. And she is telling that I cannot give up cycling. Fatima, Jamila and Avakani, all in their early 20s, have trained the scores of young women from their community the art of cycling. So these three women, so they are naming only three, but so many other women are there. So he is telling that they have trained, they are young, they have trained so many of the young women who really wanted to have the independence of mobility. Cycling has swept across this district. Women agriculture, and here in this paragraph they are telling about who were greatly involved or who really flocked towards learning the cycling, the art of cycling. That is quarry workers, health workers, nursery health nurses, balawadi, ankanwadi workers, jan cutters, and even the school teacher and grama sevikas. They all learned the art of cycling. And when you look into the Pudukkottai village, most of them have learned the art of cycling. Now, district vigorous literary drive, underline that word. So, in the district, there was it was led by a group of people. The movement, it is known as Arivolli Iyakkam. In English translation is Light of Knowledge movement, has been quick to trap this energy. So this lady, Jamila B., Fatima and Avakani, they belong to this vigorous movement known as Arivolli Iyakkam, Light of Knowledge, were new literates, those who have learned the art of cycling. They felt that their personal independence by learning the art of cycling. Now we say that if you are educated, you are independent. The same way they felt that if they are they know the art of cycling, they are independent, they have the freedom of movement. The main thing, said Kannammal, Arivolli central coordinator, underline that. Who is the central coordinator? That is N. Kannammal. She is one of the pioneer of the cycling movement, beginners, pioneer who started this cycling movement. Was the confidence it gave women. Very importantly, it reduced their dependence. The main thing to be noted that they need to depend on men. After learning the art of cycling, they need to depend on men for their freedom. Now you can see that women walking for 4 kilometers stretch per cycling, they can do multiple tasks. With the help of the cycle, you can bring your children, you can on their way back they can fetch water, and even they can purchase the grocery items. But believe me, woman had to put up a vicious attack. So he's telling it was not that easy what you think. Initially, when the woman took the art, when they learned the cycling, people, especially the male and the elders in the society, they never spared. They made filthy means bad remark about them, especially telling that these women are not fit to be called as women. They made bad remarks about those, especially the girls, those who are riding the cycle. But this movement, Arivoli Ilakkan gave a social sanctioning. The movement gave everybody the liberty to learn the art of cycling. And who is N. Kannamma? She's a pioneer and the central coordinator of Arivoli Ilakkan movement. And talking about Kannammal, she's a graduate. She had never mustered the courage to cycle earlier. She never had earlier the courage, but after joining this movement, she got the courage to cycle. Arivulli Cycling Training Camp is an unusual experience in Kirakuruchi village. So the name of the village district is Pudukkottai in Tamil Nadu, and the village name is Kirakuruchi village, where you can see that even on Sundays, so many people, young women, learn the art of cycling. The newly retreat, and they were saying that, see, when once they learned the art of cycling, what gave for them, it enforced the routines of the male imposed barriers. The neo-cyclist even sings song produced by Arivulli to encourage the bicycling. One has these lines, "Oh sister, come learn, move with the wheel of time." And when they cycle, they even composed a song to inspire this woman, telling that, sister, come and learn the art of cycling, where there is freedom for everything, especially the male imposed barrier. You have to depend on men for their transportation. After learning cycling, you can go by yourself for a little far nearby village, in not only to get water and bring the children, pick up and drop the children, but even you can do your own small business. And women felt so much relieved after learning the art of cycling. And you can see that so many became master trainers, so many are very well versed in training, and they trained all this young woman flock with free of cost. There is not only a desire to learn, but to widespread the perception among them, all the women ought to learn. And this Arivulli Ilakkan movement told that all the women, if you are a woman, definitely you must know or you must learn the art of cycling. The neoliterates are bound and even more passionate. They have passion, means they have the desire to teach and make them aware and change the perspective of the woman flock. Right now, if you are a woman, you must learn, you must be independent to travel by yourself. So this lesson speaks about what all things, especially 3 things, that women are depending on men. The reason for their dependency is just because they cannot travel and they don't know how to ride a cycle or a bike. They have to depend on men flock. And here the Arivulli Ilakkan movement gave a social sanction for all the women, that, and they changed the perspective. Perspective means outlook, stating that if you are a woman, you must learn because you need to depend on any of the men flock. And one more thing talking about this is that The young woman need to depend, and cycle is a humble vehicle. It is called as a humble vehicle. Why? Because it is less expensive and it will not hurt anybody. So here one question can come: why cycle is called as humble vehicle? The reason is that why it is called as humble vehicle, it will not hurt or kill anybody. You would have not heard that anybody died because of cycle accident. So, and one more other reason is that you need to spend much more money. Only with little air it will run, but for the other vehicles you have to spend money for filling the fuel, for filling and other repair work. It is cheap and less cost effective, and with little air it can run for kilometers. So here the cycle is a humble vehicle, and this wheel have transformed the life of so many people. Especially, I told you, where there is a will, there is a way. The same way here, the woman wanted to come out the male imposed barrier. The male in the society are dominant because they took entire control. They have to depend on male for their movement and enforced routines, because they have to work together, hours together. Now once they learn the art of cycling, they could finish their work very fast. Earlier they want to walk kilometers to bring the children, pick and drop. So it may take 1 hour. Now within 10-15 minutes they can finish, and not only picking and dropping the children, they could purchase, they can buy groceries and even fetch water on this cycle. So they became more free, and women flock got lot of more free time. And initially people especially the male and elders in the society never respected women, and they looked upon the woman thinking that they have to depend on male for everything. But now the perspective have changed. Even woman is getting independence. They got recognition, and they are proved to be independent, because when they learn the art of cycling, and the perspective itself changed. When initially Fatima and Jamila B, when they started cycling, people commented, they made bad remarks on their character. Now it has changed. So here P. Sainath is telling that how a small wheel have changed the and made our life so easy, especially the poor people who can't afford to buy a bike or a car, other vehicle. They can depend on this humble vehicle, and the maintenance of this vehicle is very less expensive. It is cheap. One of the cheapest mode of transportation is cycle. And as I told you earlier, it is called as humble vehicle. So the story written by P. Sainath, Where There Is a Wheel, enlighten us that maybe a thought and the bold decision of few people in the society, how it brought transformation for the entire people in the village. Especially he is talking about a rural village in Pudukkottai in Tamil Nadu district in Tamil Nadu, and the name of the village is Kilakurichi village. And the woman discussed that Jamila B. Fatima is a secondary school teacher, and N. Kannammal, the coordinator. After these people learning the art of cycling, they said that they cannot be part away with cycle. And the woman Fatima is a secondary school teacher. She can't even afford to buy a cycle. What she did, she hired the cycle. That shows that importance of this humble vehicle in their life. And here you can see that three important questions will be who is the central coordinator, and Kannammal. Name the high school teacher who said that it is my birthright, that is Fatima. Who is Fatima? She is the central coordinator. Who is N. Kannammal? She is the coordinator of Arivulli Ilakkam movement. What do you mean by Arivulli Ilakkam movement? Is the light of knowledge movement. Next class we will continue the part 2 of this lesson. Until then, stay safe and stay blessed.